Start with congratulating all the 2022 inductees and Keenan and all the rest of the folks going into the UK Athletics Hall of Fame tonight. So it's a great honor, and I hope they have a wonderful evening. It's been a good week of practice. We've been blessed, as you guys can tell here locally. We've had beautiful weather. Makes it nice this time of year. A lot of sunshine and beautiful weather to get out there and practice. Picks up the spirits a little bit. You know, much like I talked about last week, I think this week is about continuing to have that great energy and excitement about preparing to play, and you know, trying to dial it in and be more detailed and play a cleaner football game, and hopefully that'll carry over to the game. I like their mindset, and I like the way we practiced, and looking forward to this opportunity.
You mentioned the weather. It's supposed to be much different on Saturday.
Nice weather.
But is there anything you have to mention or address when they haven't played anything like that this year?
Well, just, you know, it is drastically different from a lot of our heavy lifting, so to speak, has been done, you know, to this point, and a lot of mental things. And we do have a fast Friday to go practicing, so hopefully we'll get a little feel for that weather Friday. I don't know how cold it's going to be Friday, but no, you know, we practice certain elements, like with the wet football and things of that nature, but not an entire practice. So it is, you know, quite different if we happen to get some rain. You know, the cold shouldn't bother us too much. You know, it was fairly cool last Saturday when we took the field, so I think it'll be very similar depending on the precipitation. So we'll see. Everybody has to deal with it, you know. So we do talk about it and talk about ball security, but doesn't mean it's always going to happen.
So as you get to this point in the season, you have 4 games left with the ball. Those guys who are redshirting, are there guys you want to see in game environments now that you can play with those games a little bit?
Yeah, there are, and there's a few guys that we still have to be strategic with. You know, the outside backers, just keeping an eye on that, and when, you know, we're going to use them, and you never know how things are going to go with injuries down the stretch, and so we've been able to withstand it to this point, but you know, you don't want more attrition and late in the year. And as you guys remember last year, just the bowl game sometimes can get thin as well. So we got to be, we want to make sure we're smart with that. But there are players, yes, I'd love to see some guys get in. There are some guys with plenty of room, and I'd like to see them play. And then, you know, there's a few guys that we got to watch. I mean, just like last year, I'd love to play Khalil in the game, and we had used it up, and we decided to save that year, but he certainly could have helped us in the game.
Yesterday was 6 weeks, I think, until signing day. How do things change, kind of going down the stretch as you gear up for that kind of final push?
Yeah, they definitely do. I think, you know, as you hit that heavy recruiting early and in the summer, and then through the season here, we get quite a few visitors, and then you know, you have to get a good plan for as soon as that. Well, let me say this: it's a little different this year. Normally, as soon as that last game's over with, we're on the road. This year, there is some time. There's a dead period in there for a few days, which will help come get your arms around your team and have some meetings with your players and see where everybody's head's at. And so that'll give us a little time there. But yeah, I think it just picks up, the urgency picks up here.
Is there an update on Jock Wise? Do you know if he'll be back at some point?
Yeah, just not sure. I mean, just not sure. Yeah, still no updates. He's going to be a little while still.
But was Square able to give it a go this week?
He gave it a go. He's trying, but I'd say highly questionable.
Justin Rogers is one of the guys who talked to us yesterday. That nose guard position stats are always deceiving on how they're truly playing. What have you seen from him this year? Has he kind of flown under the radar?
Yeah, he has. He's really done a nice job. I think the D-line in general, they're really maturing. They're playing really hard. They bring good energy every day, and they have to be selfless. A lot of times they don't show up on that stat line, but they're doing a lot of the dirty work up front. And I've been really pleased with Justin. I think he's really taken a big step.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.